This one more thing from Dan here. There is no expectation that Rodgers will be missing or limited or anything like that.
No, apparently he felt better after sitting out yesterday. The expectation of him and the team is that he will play Sunday, yes.
All right, so as I'm watching that game Sunday morning, and everyone had the chance to see it because it was, the standalone game on NFL Network, all I could think to myself was, I'm looking forward to another week of everyone at this table telling me how good the Packers are and how great they're going to be when all visual evidence suggests the contrary. You just watch them play. Their defense doesn't look nearly as good as it is advertised to be. Their offense is not explosive. Their receivers still, most memorable plays are drops that they've made. Is Aaron Rodgers good enough to elevate this to becoming a title caliber team?
I don't think so. I don't think they win the division. I think Minnesota wins that division. I know they had the one game where, just tell Kirk Cousins it's not a primetime game. He's going to show up. Yeah, what really the problem is, the issue is that he's dependent on Randall Cobb, 13 targets last week, and teams are going to start to take that away and force those guys on the outside to make plays against your better athletes. It's just like he's trying to lean on the run game and try and win a different way, but I just, at the end of the day, don't think that's enough to win the division and ultimately to win the Super Bowl.
What do you think?
I go on the other side of the ball. I go on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, listen, we coming into this season, we thought, okay, Devontae Adams moved over to Las Vegas Raiders. There was going to be some type of acclamation going on as far as Aaron Rodgers and the receiver, and that the one thing that the Green Bay Packers could hang their hat on was a dominant defense. Well, where's the defense? Yeah. They have not lived up to what people thought that they would be coming into this season. So you're Aaron Rodgers, still trying to figure things out, as far as the receivers are concerned. The defense, they're not where they should be. Teams are play action, getting huge chunk plays in play action game on the defense. I'm saying, just going in Lambeau, get this win. It's going to be DEFCON. What is it? DEFCON 1?
DEFCON 1. If the Jets win this game, it's DEFCON 1.
DEFCON 1.
For Red October.
Yeah, it's going to be DEFCON 1 in Lambeau.
I'll put the picks up in a second, but let me get one more from Ninko here because you haven't weighed in on this yet. We understand it's a long season. We understand they have an historically great quarterback and a coach who has proven he knows how to win games. But there have been struggles on the offense. There have been struggles on the defense. Do you expect them to turn it all around and look like a championship team by the end of the year?
No. You know how hard it is? You say championship team.
Yeah.
If you are a championship team, you don't have some of the issues that the Packers are having right now. You don't have the body language that Aaron Rodgers has in the fourth quarter. And listen, I was watching this game, and just his demeanor and the way that he's looking after the game, I don't see the Packers turning things around to where another team is scared. Are you scared of the Packers offense and their ability to move the ball on you? No. Are you scared about their defense that the Packers have? At this point right now, I think that they're searching. They're trying to figure out what their identity is, and they don't have one.
I'm sort of scared as I ask this question. Let's put the picks up. I haven't seen them.
Let's do it.
It's the Jets. Oh, look at this. We got 2 picks of the Jets. D. Wood, pick this up. Oh, the Jet fans in the room are excited. D. Wood, pick this up for me. How's this going to happen?
How it's going to happen? Zach Wilson's going to play mistake-free football again. That's really been the key. He's been playing mistake-free football. The defense has come alive. Breece Hall in that running attack, run the ball against Green Bay, and play action pass. Get huge chunk plays in the passing game.
With the Jets got nothing to lose. They got their young quarterback coming back off an injury. They're excited. There's like this energy with the Jets. I sense it, and I sense it with you as well. We have it every week. But this is a different feel. I feel like the Jets, especially right now, having their young starting quarterback back in the lineup, and then the Packers searching right now and looking lost.
I can't even look at you. Why is the Packer logo under your face?
This is like reverse psychology. I'm taking one for the team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I just believe Aaron Rodgers, I just can't see him in a world where him losing 2 in a row like that in Lambeau Field with how, he does all the little things. I just don't know if the Jets defense is ready for like the nuance of football, right? The hard counts, catching 12 men on the field, and not, being able to outsmart a guy who has such great football acumen.
Danny, you said it before. You don't see him losing back-to-back to the Giants and Jets.
I'm fascinated by the coaching matchups, right? Like the head coach of the Jets and the head coach of the Packers were best men in each other's weddings.
Right.
The head coach of the Packers and the offensive coordinator of the Jets are literally brothers.
Yes, that's true.
Like, I'm fascinated to see who has the edge there.
Yeah.
Like, who knows more about the other and what they can do to stop it.
We will see as it gets going. Well, let's try and figure out who's going to win all these games. That's a big man. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.